welcome to a 3v3 on Napoleon Total War. So today I have a very interesting game for you guys. It is actually going to be a miners faction battle, you could say. So for my whole builds and everyone else's build on my team, we are actually the Portuguese. So a little information about the Portuguese. They don't have any units. I'm going to be just dead honest with you guys. I mean, the only line infantry they have are literally called infantry, so I mean it shows you what we're working with. But we are also facing a minor nation, so they are going to have the same issues as us. Portugal only has one cav, Portuguese cavalry. But they do have extremely good lights, and that is one thing that the Portuguese have big time in their favor. Now, we are going to be facing the Spanish, so at the start of the battle, I was kind of iffy as to whether or not form some troops in the back in case there are some guerrilla units that are trying to attack us. So you guys will see that very shortly. But let's go over my army comp real quickly. So I have 5 cazadores in the front, 1 militia, and then I have 6 infantry for my first line, 2 infantry in reserves, and then since I am working with a minor nation, you kind of want to bring a lot of cavalry. Cavalry is very important in battles, and I will show you guys just why it is so important. So I brought 5 Portuguese infantry, or cavalry, excuse me. And then I will also put the names of the players on the screen for you guys to see who is who on the battlefield. So this is the 1st or 2nd Portuguese army. And then finally on the far left flank, this is the 3rd Portuguese army. He's brought some grenadiers, and he's prepared for guerrillas, but they made a smart move and they didn't use guerrillas. So, I mean, it's all about tactics. They kind of made us worried that we'd be attacked in the back, but I guess not. So looking at the enemy real quick, we got the 1st Spanish army on our left flank. In the center we have another Spanish army, and then finally on the right flank we have the 3rd Spanish army. So you guys will see a lot about this battle, or a lot in this battle. One thing is, sometimes numbers do not matter. It comes down to a lot of skilled units, and the Spanish actually have some of the best elite units, and that is the Walloon Guard. So they brought a total of 6 Walloon Guards to this battle. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it definitely can pack a punch. I mean, it's very deadly what elite units can do, and you guys will see how the Spanish demonstrate that this game. So everyone is pushing up right now, and also guys, this battle is pretty long, but it is very entertaining, and it will keep you guys on the edge of your seats. It is very close, I'll tell you that. It's a very close game. Anyways, back to the action. Things are just starting up. We are pushing up our troops right now. We are actually taking our time on this side. The Spanish are actually running their troops a lot quicker down the battlefield, but I'm taking my time. I don't want to rush anything, and I don't want to get my guys tired before combat. That is one thing a lot of people do in Napoleon Total War, and is that they like to run their troops, so when they do get into combat, they are tired. And that's something I never want to do, just because it decreases the accuracy and speed that the troops fire at. So anyways, the action is getting pretty close to happening right now, and you guys will see just how quickly things can build up. So you see the Spanish are attacking now on my right flank. Push up some more. It's weird. Okay, so this is very interesting right here. So I'm going to try and push up my light infantry to try and engage and get some early shots off on the Spanish light infantry. You can see him pushing up right there. But he is a little bit out of range, and you guys will see he makes a pretty ballsy move right here, and you guys will see that very shortly. So straight away, he's going to start pushing up his troops right away. The engagement's about to begin. I actually do manage to get first volleys, you guys will see very shortly. And cazadores can do wonders. I mean, look at this, bringing them down to 75 men instantly. I mean, they are taking some heavy losses right now. But he's making a pretty crazy move right now. He's going to try to get really close to me and get some point-blank shots off. He's going to push up his line infantry. Now, this got me very quickly. I didn't really think he was going to engage with this line infantry this quickly, but I guess he did. So what I'm going to do to counter that, you guys will see the power of cavalry coming in. Point-blank shot by the Spanish, getting some phenomenal shots off, but I have my cavalry now. I'm actually getting some friendly cav charges. That sucks. But I'm actually going to try and charge into some of these Fusiliers and hopefully cause some damage. I'm charging on the left flank as well. I'm just hoping he doesn't form square, and he doesn't. So I'm going to run down his line. Instantly, morale is getting bad. He's routing extremely quickly, and this is horrible for him. I mean, look at this. Left and right, his troops are routing. I'm just running down the center. His lines are a mess right now. My guys are just opening up, and it's a field day for my guys right now. So it is so hectic right now. Smoke everywhere, but look at this. A mass rout by the Spanish. Just look at this. Instantly, a mass rout. I mean, this is absolutely insane. His guys are in just chaos right now. We got some Spanish cavalry trying to help out and aid this Spanish player here, but it is just not looking good right now. I mean, look at the bodies that I caused and devastation. I mean, it's unbelievable. It looks like he tried to do the same exact to me, or same to me, but I did manage to form square and hold off that attack. So instantly, his first row just got slaughtered. And you see the troops routing in the distance over there. But he does have a second line in reserve. Smart move in case something like that did happen, but he took some insane amount of losses right there at the start. So it just shows you how cavalry is super important in this game, and how effective it is. You can see my Cavs still pushing through, trying to break those routing units, making sure they do not come back to the battlefield. Over here we have a light engagement going on in the center, and like I said, Portuguese light infantry are extremely deadly and will do tons of damage to the enemy. So now we have another line engagement. This time it is the second line, and I just want to say this was crazy. So some of my Cavs routing, but anyways, look at this. His units just magically come back, it seems. I mean, he's got a lot of troops right now, and it's pretty crazy how many troops I just killed and how many actually come back. It is mind-blowing to me. So I'm actually trying to help out my ally here on the left flank. You see I sent some line infantry over there. Some Portuguese cav tried to charge, or I charged some Portuguese cav into the Spanish cav. We have a engagement right here. These Hussars trying to engage with me, but another line engagement. My numbers are still pretty high, but his numbers are also pretty high due to him having a second line. And where are the Walloons? There are the Walloon guards. Those guys are so deadly. I cannot stress that enough, especially with chevrons. Look at that. 3 chevrons or 4 chevrons. Insane. Crazy stuff. So I am once again winning this engagement. He just doesn't have the manpower to do so and win. So I'm doing very well on this side. In the center, things are going well as well. You see he's doing the fire in advance method. Not the best idea to do. I suggest you don't do it, just because it takes more time to get your shots off. So I like to stay with the standard, just fire at will, you could say. So Walloon guards are now going to start opening up on my flank, and I'll just show you how deadly these guys are. So my guys are getting pounded. It's a 2v1 right now, but these Walloon guards are holding their ground very firmly. So a very smart move by the Spanish player on the far right flank. He actually does manage to pull back his guys, and that is a very smart move. You want to if you ever get really destroyed in a battle, you always want to reform and hopefully get ready for the next wave. So still line engagement going on over here. We got a cav charge going on down into the line infantry. Excellent move by this Spanish or Portuguese player, getting some phenomenal kills and really doing some damage. Yes, he's losing a lot of cav to those shots, but a lot of friendly fire is happening as well. Oh, look at this. The Spanish are now going to counter-charge into these Triadores. We got some infantry behind. Are they off fire? No, they aren't. Okay, so they're going to open up, but they do not form square. That is devastating. And the Spanish are going to do a lot of damage there. So like I said, I mean, I destroyed so many of his guys, but yet he has a massive force still here. And I thought that was crazy. I mean, I thought I really depleted him, but I guess not. I mean, he still has some very healthy units, especially the Walloon guards at 118. That is very scary to look at. So once again, I'm going to push up my guys and try to engage, actually doing a lot of damage to these Fusiliers. Still, the Walloon guards are there. Looks like his lights got a little bit too close and are getting pretty chewed up right now, so he's going to pull back and reform. Smart move there. But the engagement is continuing. I am kind of in some trouble right now. I'm kind of getting double teamed. Well, not double teamed, but I'm facing 2 people at once on this left flank as well as this right. So, I mean, for me at the moment, it was a little bit overwhelming to see all these troops I was engaging. But over here, things are not looking good for the Portuguese player. The Spanish player has his lights very close, and it's just not looking good. His battle lines, he has so many more troops, it looks like, over here as to the Portuguese. So good shots in the center, actually managing to break this light infantry unit and causing a lot of damage. We have some infantry now opening up on these Fusiliers, but they are in fire in advance. This is not good. You see they're all just standing there doing nothing. I'm going to reform my battle lines. I'm going to get ready for this next wave just because I don't want to engage an old or Walloon Guard unit. Why am I saying old guard? I hope I didn't say old guard before. Anyways, there's 2 Walloon Guard units right here, and I do not want to engage them, so I'm going to stay back and just wait for the attack to come. Meanwhile, this engagement on the far left flank is continuing. We have some line infantry opening up against light infantry, as well as some line infantry against light infantry, but we got a massive cav charge. This is going to hurt. Oh no. Hopefully the Portuguese player can form square in time, but it looks as though he won't. That is not good at all. 4 massive cav units, very healthy, are just going to continue charging down this line, and that's going to cause a lot of chaos. This is insane. Phenomenal job by the Spanish player getting an excellent charge off onto the Portuguese player. Still charging even more cav, so phenomenal job there. Meanwhile, on the right flank, things are settled down, as well as in the center, just a light engagement. So mainly, the engagement is continuing on this left flank. But look at this. A horde of cavalry, massive amounts of cavalry, just causing so much devastation to these Portuguese and their lines. They're just causing so much confusion. Looks as though the Portuguese are going to try and do a little counter charge, but with only 1 unit, you can only get so far. And the Spanish player is very ready for this and actually does manage to form square. So, not looking good for the Portuguese player right now. You can see on the map, a lot of routing blue units and pretty much no routing enemy units. So, good flanking fire though. He's able to counter pretty well. He's got some grenadiers opening up on these Fusiliers and some more Fusiliers actually. And looks like the Portuguese player is going to try and once again counter charged into the light, so good job. He's going to halt the Spanish attack now. Now in the center, things once again still skirmish engagement, but it looks like the Spanish are actually getting pretty close and actually have their line infantry opening up on the light infantry. That is not good. That is something you do not want to do. You want to try to stay out of range, but it is what it is. The Spanish player does have a massive amount of troops, and I believe very shortly, yes, so I see that the left flank is struggling. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and send over my Portuguese cavalry over to this side of the battle, because I just see how hectic it is and how crazy things are going. So I'm going to try and send over a unit and hopefully help out over there. But things, looking at the balance part, is still extremely even, very, very even. But it looks as though the Spanish are actually going to try and flank the center Portuguese player. That's going to cause a lot of issues for him. Over here on the far, far left flank though, the Portuguese player is holding out pretty well right now against the Spanish. He's got a little hold here with 3 line infantry. So we will see how much damage he does. But like I said, he's got some Walloon Guards here that are going to cause a lot of damage. In the center though, things are looking pretty good. He does have a lot of numbers. And then over on the right flank, things are actually very even. And he might actually outnumber me, which is really, really crazy. But like I said, I'm really extending my lines, and I'm actually facing 3 extra, or maybe even 4 extra units that I, you know, don't really have to worry about. But I'm going to help out my player, or my ally, just because teamwork is crucial in this game. I don't mind helping him whatsoever. So, good shots being exchanged with these grenadiers. Phenomenal job. Sending over some Fusiliers. But we got some more infantry to counter that. Looks like they're just one by one firing. That's pretty cool to see, actually. Bang, bang, bang. That is very cool to see, actually. Huh, never seen that before. That is cool. So things are really settling down on the right flank. On the left flank, pretty much this only engagement right here. It's a 4v1, so very, very devastating for these Fusiliers. They are very, very much in trouble right now. Their numbers are dropping rapidly. But there are some more Fusiliers there to open up on the enemy, or my ally. And my Cav is now running. I finally made them run, so I need to get my Cav over there ASAP. And that's going to really alleviate some of the stress on the left flank. Oh no, we got Walloon guards on the flank. This is not good right now. Oh, these guys are going to get a phenomenal volley off. Oh, that is so bad for this one Grenadier unit. Instantly dropping the morale and the numbers in half. I mean, Walloon guards are a unit you do not want to mess with. Their accuracy is insane, and their morale is insane. So, crazy stuff. Got a very quick reload speed too. So those Grenadiers are going to break extremely quickly. Over here though, we have the center Portuguese player actually going to have to fight two fronts now. He's got the right side as well as the left side to face. My Cav is now engaging, or not engaging, but is at the battle. And I'm actually going to try and charge this light infantry over here. So I was praying to God right now that he wouldn't shoot my cavalry and target some other unit. And luckily he did manage to shoot the infantry unit and not my cavalry. So I get a pretty good charge off right now, sending some guys flying, so that is good. That's going to break those light infantry. I'm going to continue this charge onward to the second light infantry and hopefully cause a lot of damage there. But friendly fire, stop! He's shooting me. Friendly fire. So that brought my guys down quite a bit. They were around maybe 35 guys. So I mean, I lost 9 cav, but in a unit of 45 guys, 9 cavalry can mean a lot. So that was not fun to watch, but you know, he didn't mean it. It's fine. So I'm going to try to keep this cavalry alive and hopefully cause a lot of issues for the enemy here. So on the right flank, we're actually doing some pretty good work right now, but things are soon to change. We got the Spanish here going to try and reform right now, but things are looking pretty good for us. We're actually able to outflank the enemy right here and getting some phenomenal shots off. Looks like these Fusiliers are actually going to try and melee. I guess they're out of ammo, excuse me. Oh man, some very nice shots being exchanged. They're fired. And now the melee engagement. But look at this. Like I said, the Spanish are here and they have some elite troops. Like I said, 2 Walloon guards. And we do have a force to counter, but the force is very hectic right now. Their troops are just everywhere. So, I mean, things are looking phenomenal for us right now. It's actually very crazy to see this. So, I mean, we've won this flank. He's down to very few units over here, and we have so many units left. Take a look at the units we have on this side. I mean, it's crazy. As well as over here, we do even his numbers, but just watch what happens. So the Walloons are now going to try and engage this infantry very shortly. You actually have a little melee brawl right here, killing both sides. A lot of friendly fire and a lot of kills. Now we have a Spanish cav charge from the back. And look at this. Now the Fusiliers and Walloon guards are now going to engage upon these infantry and light infantry. And just like that, this force has pretty much been annihilated. I really regret this. Let me tell you why. So, I'm going to be charging a Portuguese cav unit into Walloon guard. Now this, I did a little fake charge here. I was actually targeting the general. And this is something you guys want to do, is you guys want to target a unit behind. So in case he does form square like this, my guys will not jump up and lose a lot of losses. So I really do regret doing this. I mean, I know I'm killing a lot of his guys, but he's going to kill a lot of my guys as well. So I probably should have kept this one unit back and just waited for the perfect moment to where I can hopefully use those guys and break a lot of units. An example of that was this engagement right here. I was able to break so many units with just a few cavalry units. So it just comes to show that cavalry is very important in this game. And I pretty much just wasted it. I didn't route any units here, and I thought I did a very pathetic job on my part, so that is not good. So I'm out of cavalry right now. Getting shots off on the Spanish right here. So right now things are changing very quickly. The Portuguese are actually going to get double teamed right here. This one army is actually going to get pinched on two fronts, so I'm going to fast forward just a little bit. I mean, this is a very long battle, so get your popcorn. So yeah, there's going to be a little engagement right here. I mean, a lot of the units are depleted at this point. I think this is like the third time we're now engaging. But this poor Fusilier unit about to get double teamed. That's going to suck. Oh, good shots being exchanged. And this is such a beautiful game. But anyways, we have a Portuguese cav charge. The generals are actually going to engage right now, so this is going to be crazy to see. We have 13 guys against 4, but will the Spanish make it out? I guess not. Oh no, the Spanish are in trouble. Where's his general? I believe this is his general right here. He's probably gonna die. Is he going to die? I think he will. Yes, he will. So you can see his general is now dead. That sucks horribly. The morale you can see over here just dropped. A couple units are now into the orange. That is not good. And I probably should have capitalized on this because these guys are pretty bad, or have pretty bad morale. So I should have capitalized, but whatever. Once again, the Walloon Guard doing a devastating volley upon these infantry and breaking them instantly. So things have evened out once again. I'm actually going to push up some light infantry now and hopefully get some shots off on those Walloon Guards. But he does see that and he is going to be pulling back. Yeah, so I'm going to fast forward now. Things are settling down. We're just going to reform. So you see we're taking our positions now. I actually got some units on the very far left flank to help aid this center Portuguese player, but actually the player on the very far left side is actually now totally gone. He has no troops left, so it's just me and him against these 3 armies still. He's got some infantry pushing up and attacking these Fusiliers, so even numbers, very even numbers. 36 to 43, but it looks like the Fusiliers will get the upper hand here. I have my light infantry still opening up, getting some phenomenal shots off on the enemy light infantry as well as Walloon Guards. So yeah, trying to use those lights to my advantage. And I'm actually using a militia as one of my line units. Just because I'm getting pretty low, I need to use as many units for firepower. But yeah, kind of making a little U-shape right here. So this battle is very crazy. You can see the U-shape. And the unit count, I think we are, or the Portuguese are favored by a couple, but it's extremely close. And the balance bar demonstrates that. So once again, going to fast forward. Actually going to get an engagement going right here. For very shortly. Let me fast forward to it. So we're going to have a little line engagement. Looks like this infantry is actually going to get double teamed by Walloon Guards and Fusiliers. This poor unit's not having a good day. So my ally sees that, so he's going to start pushing up 3 of his infantry. And hopefully stop this attack. Going to form up my infantry now. Hopefully get some shots off. Trying to run them into position. And hopefully take out these Fusiliers. So 2v1. There we go. And look at this. We got Walloon Guards now going into melee. I know if these guys get into melee, it's going to be devastating. He does form squares, so he's somewhat prepared for this charge, but it's Walloon Guards. They're going to cause so much damage. Don't know why these guys, they're doing the fire in advance. Oh, those Walloon Guards causing a lot of issues right now for the Portuguese. Looks like I am winning this engagement with the Fusiliers. He's actually going to pull back. Very smart move there. Get out of that combat. Now we have some more Walloon Guards over here with 58 men shooting upon these infantry that are doing the fire in advance thing. And it really, I mean, it really isn't doing much. Fire in advance is, I don't like it. I really don't like it. I mean, it takes ages for you to fire. I mean, they're losing so many guys and they get off 4 shots and then, yeah, it's not worth it. It really isn't. But over here we got these Spanish now with their generals trying to engage, and we killed another general, so that is great. The morale for the Spanish are, it's affected, but it's not causing too much damage just because of those Walloon Guards. We got even more Walloon Guards on this flank, so just Walloon Guards after Walloon Guards after Walloon Guards. I mean, there's so many Walloon Guards still alive. They've done a phenomenal job on keeping those guys alive this battle. Wait, hang on, let me see. Do they have all 6 Walloon Guards still? 1.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
2, 3, 4, 5. So they have 5 of their 6 Walloon Guards left. So that's no fun. They've done a good job keeping those guys alive. And actually on this flank, I did see him charging me, so I'm going to try and charge with my general and hopefully kill him or rout that unit. But like I said, Walloon Guards are very good. Their morale is going to go right back up, and it's going to still be very devastating. So, my ally is pretty much gone. He doesn't have that many units left. He just got completely destroyed by this massive charge that was happening. All these Walloon Guards, and we got this one poor infantry unit getting surrounded on all sides right now. And we have another engagement going on by infantry and his Fusiliers. But yeah, things are not looking good now. Balance bars kind of favoring them a little bit. And I'm going to try and charge my general into these Walloon Guards, sending some of them flying, but it's not going to be enough to rout them whatsoever. The morale is just way too good, and this is one of the biggest mistakes I've made of this battle. So I try to pull back thinking I can run away, but it looks like the Spanish general is actually going to try and charge me. And yeah, I'm going to lose a lot of guys. I'm going to lose a ton of guys. See, he's actually going to be able to take out my general very shortly. Yep, there he goes. My general is dead. So, look at this. Morale for my guys instantly drop. It's just horrible right now. I'm going to try and pull back. I'm trying to get some good shots off from the light infantry, bringing some of these guys down to 25 men. But like I said, he's got some very healthy Walloon Guards, and that's going to cause a lot of damage and issues for my army. So I'm being forced to pull back now. I'm pretty much the lone survivor at this point. I have 2 infantry units in the distance right here. And they're isolated, so that is not good. I'm going to pull back and reform. This is it. This is my army. It's just me that's left. It's a 3v1 at this point. He does have another general dead. Wow, so a lot of generals have died this battle. Pretty crazy stuff. So I am going to be forced to pull back, reform, and hopefully prepare for this next wave using my militia as light infantry. There they go. Not the most accurate, but I'm going to try and cause as much damage as possible. The Spanish are getting very close to me, and hopefully I'm able to take them out. Now look at this, Walloon Guards, 23 men, they're still not broken. Look at this, 19 men, still not broken. There, finally they break. I mean, it's insane how crazy they are. I mean, their morale is so good. I mean, everything, their stats are just amazing. So I am feeling the pressure right now. Their whole army is at my doorstep, and it's just not looking good. My guys are actually out of ammo right now, so I'm going to try and charge them into combat and hopefully stop these guys from firing. But my guys will actually break before I can engage, so that is not good. And we've got some very healthy Walloon Guard unit on this left flank with 90 men. On the other flank, I have another Walloon Guard down to 30 men. Not to mention this other Walloon Guard behind with 73 men, so still a lot of Walloon Guards. It's just, I'm trying my best. I'm trying to use my numbers and my formation to hopefully hold this. But like I said, the morale of my guys aren't the best just because my general did die and I'm facing a lot of Walloon guards. I'm actually getting some pretty good flanking fire right now on these Walloon guards in the distance, bringing them down. Let's see what their number's at now. 69 men, so that's pretty good. 67. Looks like a melee engagement's about to happen. I should have countercharged. I regret this too. And they're going to get a very nice charge off on these infantry. So I'm going to form square and hopefully shoot from more angles. It was a quicker way of me turning around and firing on these guys. So now my guys are starting to run out of ammo. And this is when things started to go really bad. I mean, things are already really bad, but it's going to get very, very bad. So 2v1 against these Walloon guards. They're still holding very strong right now. I do have a lot more men than him on this side of this 2v1. I do actually manage to melee engage with these Fusiliers. They're actually going to try and run away. I'm going to try and continue my charge. And I found this very ironic. If you guys didn't hear that, but the announcer said, "Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours." And looking at the balance of power, I was like, what? What? I mean, I knew I was still in some really, really bad trouble right now, and he's telling me victory's soon to be mine, so I don't know. I don't know what that guy's talking about. This battle is nowhere near to being close to being over. So yeah, just like that, my units are routing. Got the general over here. So yeah, I'm going to melee once again. Going to actually fast forward now because this is a pretty long part. Those guys actually do routes because of the Walloon guards in the vicinity. They are out of there. They are gone. So I'm going to be forced now to pull back. I have 5 units against his 5 right now. And I believe this unit does come back. Yep, they come back, but the morale is horrible for this unit. So I'm being forced to pull back right now. I have 2 units far, far away. And once again, the balance of power is even. I have no clue why. I mean, not even in my favor. I have no clue why it is in my favor. I mean, things are very even right now. He has extremely depleted units, but yet he's able to do a lot of damage.
Our men are running, sir.
And yeah, let me just give you a little bit of information. So, not a single shot was exchanged between me and the enemy. The Walloon guards broke my guys just by staring at them in the face. I mean, the Walloon guards are so crazy. I mean, they're such a great unit. I mean, look at that. Breaking both of my units by looking at some. I mean, that's insane. That is absolutely insane if you just think about it. You just stare at a unit and just make them rout. I mean, that's crazy stuff. So I am being forced to, let me tell you what's going on. So 4 out of my 5 units are out of ammo at the moment. Got all this infantry out of ammo, and the only thing that has ammo is my militia. So my militia is going to be facing some pretty deadly units, especially the Walloon guards. And now look at this. We have the general actually trying to come in and kill my infantry, but luckily one of my units did come back, and he is forced to pull back. So I did get some good shots off with the militia. He returned fire, and I'm going to pull back. I want to do the kiting maneuver against him. So this is a pretty long part of the battle. It's just shooting and kiting. But still, it can go in anyone's favor right now. And I have 6 units, he has 5, but that Walloon guard makes up for a lot of units. Just want to show you guys the carnage this game. I mean, bodies laying everywhere. A phenomenal battle. This was absolutely insane. So much carnage and devastation. I'm just going to fast forward now. Things are just calming down. We're trying to reform. I'm actually trying to rest my guys up. They are tired right now. Try to use them as effectively as possible. I did link up this other line of infantry unit, but like I said, the morale is so bad, and they rout just by looking at the enemy. So no fun. It really does suck. Portugal just doesn't have the line of infantry to counter the Spanish, especially the Walloon guards. So I really, at this point in time, I was thinking, man, I should have saved that one cav unit. It could have caused me a lot of, or could have helped me a ton. So this is the game plan right now. I'm going to push up with my militia, kind of use them as a meat shield, hopefully get some good shots off, and then use my big bulk of the rest of my army to try and melee engage against these Fusiliers. And this is my last hope. I don't know what else to do. I'm facing Balloon Guards. He's going to get a phenomenal volley off though. Check this out. Point blank. Oh, that hurts. But he does make a mistake of running back, and that's going to instantly drop his morale. You never want to run away from being charged. And that's something I do all the time, and I need to stop doing. It's running away while being charged. It doesn't help you at all. So you see the Spanish general giving extra morale to the Walloon Guards and stuff, but you know, the Walloon Guards don't need morale. they can hold themselves. And look at that, morale going straight back up. And I'm going to try and charge into these Fusiliers. Now let me put this in, pause this real quick. So, my one unit routed at 36 men. That's very reasonable. Now, my other unit's down at 69 men and have orange health as well as these Walloon Guards. Over here, though, 30 guys against 26 guys. Walloon Guards have less men. Their morale's green. My guys have more men, and they're in red. So, I mean, pretty crazy stuff. Same over here. I do outnumber him pretty badly. Put in slow motion again. I have 46 men. He has 24 men. I mean, I probably should have won that engagement. But like I said, the morale is devastating. But my general did die, so that did influence some of the morale. But that is pretty much it, guys. An intense battle. Sadly, I was not able to pull it off. He does have some units left. Managed to win the battle with 3 units. Let me put in slow mo, or pause it once more. 45 guys, 26 guys, and 4 guys. He won the battle with like 60, 70 something men. That is, for a 3v3 and to come out with only 3 units that have like a total of 77 men or something like that is crazy. I mean, it was a phenomenal game, and I had so much fun playing this very, very fun game. So looking at the stats, you can see I had 1,700 kills, 1,200, 900, and then the enemy 800, 1,400, and then 1,300. So good job all around for my allies and enemies. Looking at the kills, my infantry with 160. My cavalry did pretty pathetic, but they did their job of routing the troops, so good job there. But that is pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a pretty long one. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If so, remember to leave a like and comment down below what you guys want to see next. And yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later.